What's up guys? As you can tell from the title of the video, these are details that you did not miss. For the most part I thought all of these were easy to spot, except for 2 or 3, but I'm hoping I'm wrong and you all learn at least one new thing about the level. Today's video is going to make you say wow. Hopefully it's a wow, I didn't know that, instead of a wow, Charlie has flipped his lid, as these are obvious. Without further ado, let the details list begin, as I'm getting all tangled up here. This is more of a PSA, but Corona is actually a part of the sun. It's not the coronavirus or the corona bear, as some of us would think. That's why it's littered all over the level. We see it in the sun transition when we switch rooms, and when we spin the flag, the corona sign that literally has corona written on it. These flags all about the kingdom, the clock, the literal giant sun in the middle of the dancing area. This is my favorite one on the list. Donal and Goofy actually dance a jig. Dancing might be too kind of a word, but the erratic movement they do probably qualifies as some form of dance. I just think their dance moves are so funny. It reminds me of a guy that's trying to swat a bee that's buzzing all around his entire body underneath his clothes, and just moving erratically. Also, isn't it just creepy that most of the people in the crowd just stand lifelessly as people in the circle dance? Maybe it's just me. I mean, they don't even sway, which is the bare minimum, to stare. Being the rebel Sora is, if you just keep running into people, they'll say hey or I guess they didn't record a lot of voices for people for when Sora ran into them. I specifically like this woman as she does it right in front of her twin, and the twin does nothing to help her sibling. Speaking of twins, these two little girls are not only wearing the exact same clothes and look alike, but they're having a conversation with each other. That's next level for Kingdom Hearts NPCs. When you are in ultimate form, Sora doesn't slow down when flying to Rapunzel, so presumably, since you don't have the materials to craft the ultimate Keyblade yet, maybe this wasn't programmed in, or since Sora is not walking but flying, he can just fly to Rapunzel instead of walking. This is my second favorite for the list. Finding glitches in Kingdom Hearts games are so hard, but I'm glad that I'm the first, hopefully first, to find this one. This is completely useless and pointless, but the more pointless the better in my book. So near the dance floor where Donald and Goofy were about to twerk for the crowd, Sora can just keep falling. The best part is that it isn't at all hard to do like glitches in other games, so you can actually do this right now if you start the game. You get to see all the wind blowing Sora's clothes and hair up. You can definitely see that I have a lot of fun changing the Keyblades here. You can also add a little spin if you so desire. I know, big stuff on this channel when I'm talking about a glitch that just wastes time. The hardest part is definitely just getting to stand on top of the lamp. After that, just walk off the lamp towards the wall and Sora will start falling. This is just funny as it's perhaps the most redeeming line for Donald ever.
Come on! Haven't you seen enough trees?
Yes, I have seen enough of the trees and do not want to see any more of it. The history of this enemy is so sad. Its only real home was in Deep Jungle from Kingdom Hearts 1. Then there were enemies in Olympus Coliseum and Castle Oblivion for Chain of Memories, and for Kingdom Hearts 3, where there is a forest, be it in Twilight Town or Tangled, that's where they're gonna end up. Somehow they even made it all the way to the Caribbean. Anyways, did you know that you could parry their nut attack and stun them? That's it, they're usually dead by the time I get to them, so this was interesting to learn. There are 3 Interactables in the town square. The first is where Sora tries to deface public property by stomping on a cart. The second is where Sora attempts to steal a flag, but puts it back due to the public gathering around him. The third is where Sora spins on a barrel, creating a nuisance of himself. When you're fighting the Grand Old Oak, if you let Marluxia's plans suck you in, you get a little cutscene with the boss attacking you. You also get to see Sora sneeze. This was new for me, as I don't think Sora ever sneezed in any of my playthroughs. I would still say that the sneeze protection skills are useless. Also, if you activate Trinity Guard in the air, Sora, Donal, and Goofy just fall to the ground. So there are 4 missable cutscenes in this level, and all of them are only able to be seen when Rapunzel is in your party. so you can't go back post-game to see them. The 4 missable scenes are the dandelions, rabbits, splashing, and birds cutscenes. As you're making your way to the kingdom, she'll find some dandelions. If you use arrow here, you get a cutscene.
Dandelions! Look! Oh! Watch! Oh yeah, I thought that might work. But I wish there was a way to make more fly at once. They're just like the floating lights.
In the same area with the dandelions cutscene, a slight divergence to the left, and you'll get the rabbits cutscene.
Rabbits!
Heartless!
Oh no! You're not picking on these rabbits.
You fight some Heartless, and then you'll get this minor cutscene. The cool thing is that she says they want us to have it, but if you go back after the game, you can still take the item from the chest. I have no clue if we are stealing from the rabbits at this point.
Where do you think the rabbits went? I think they want us to have this. Thank you.
Back to the dandelions cutscene, a slight divergence to the left, and you'll find this pond. Just keep trying to splash Rapunzel, and you'll get another little cutscene where Sora flexes on Rapunzel.
Oh, it's so refreshing! You have to come in!
My turn! My turn!
Oh, Sora!
Okay, you're in for it! Oh!
A rainbow!
A little further into the level, and you'll get this bird one. I'm sure we've all seen the birds one, but did you know if you try to take a picture of them, they'll all fly away like the chickens they are? That's right, chickens.
Way!
I've never seen a bird like you! Listen! They're singing for us!
That's about it, guys. Super short video this time as there wasn't a ton that I could find. Clearly a lot more effort was put into Toybox than Corona for the minor details. But for quick facts, here we go. Rapunzel is the only character in the entire game that permanently becomes unavailable after you complete a level. These butterflies are 2D sprites. In the Keyblade Graveyard, where Sora and gang fight the Heartless, is another area in the game that I found to have more 2D sprites. The lanterns in this level are also 2D sprites. As you could have guessed, they spawn underwater and float all the way to the stratosphere. Don't think about it or you've already lost. The horse smiling is creepy. Why did they add that in? It gave me nightmares. Get it? Because of Mir is a horse, and it's a white horse, and the night is black? Never mind. There's Pop-In for the level. Flying closer to the lighthouse loads various objects, and flying away makes them disappear. The last thing I could find, which isn't a fact at all, is this boy just walking. I thought it was creepy, like he's just looking into Sora's soul with his 1,000-yard stare. He's just staring at Sora like he knows something. And that's it for this video. I hope you guys were at the very least entertained at this lackluster list and hopefully learned something. I try looking for things, but I can't really point anything out in this forest. Don't worry though, I'm pretty sure there'll be a ton in Monstropolis. Until next time.